Hello YouTubers, it's Traininspector11 here. Sorry if I haven't made any videos in a while, but today I am going to show you all kinds of things tonight. With me as your host, and with a very special guest. Everybody, introducing the one, the only, TWR-Fan2623.
Hello there everybody, and thank you to Traininspector11 for such a kind intro. And now, let's get this video started.
Yes. Now, I'm sure you YouTubers don't know, the TWR fan actually helped me on my video about 3 weeks ago on my Tom's to Take Into Friends One Railway Adventure short, The Wady's Day Off. He voiced Edward, and I really need to thank him so much for voicing Edward in my series, but it is my honor. Actually his honor to be part of this video tonight. Now, as you can see, I'm filming right in front of Tip Sheds here, and what's this? Tip Sheds looks different. It is because Tip Sheds is actually in a different spot. I had to redesign my layout for a number of reasons, and so I hope you guys will like my new layout. So without further ado, let's get this layout thing started. So let me just, okay, hold on. So let me stand up, and I could show you around the layout. Oh, sorry. Okay, so as you can see, there's Tip Sheds right there, and let's just zoom out. As you can see, I redesigned my layout, and I think we'll start over here at Netford Station. As you can see, I moved Netford Station. It used to be over there, where the piano is over there, but I decided to move it over here. As you can see, I added Netford Junction, and a lot of points over here. I used a lot of the Trackmaster 2 track to do this, and I just tried to make it as best as possible as it was last time. And as you can see, this is a sign for like coaches and stuff, that one over there. And let's see. Oh yeah, and the tracks outside Netford Station here go this way. They go the backside Tip Sheds, and they come into the yard here. I decided to put the yard right next to Tip Sheds, so that way they could be. So that way the yards would still be on my layout. And just to let you know, I put all my extra freight cars up there in those containers, so that way I still have a bit of room to move the engines around. And as you can see, there's the coal hopper over there, and my pile of coal right there. Let's see. The track from the backside to the sheds goes straight, and it goes past that station, and it goes onto this double track line. And sorry if it's a little dark here. And it goes to this like switch track or double track or whatever. This track right here goes this way, goes past these sidings, and there's Stafford, Rosie, and Philip, and this switch actually goes back to Tip Sheds, is how you enter Tip Sheds. And if the engines want to leave, they could just go this way and head that way, or they could go left, right, and head towards the yards. Or they could just go left here and go past this switch, which would go this way to where Toby is, and this switch just goes right to the side of Tip Sheds. And if you go right here, it will just go right back to Netford Station. But remember that double switch track I showed you before? Well, the second track, which is right here, it goes underneath the bed here. Hold on. It goes underneath the bed to this tunnel and ends up at this switch here. And it goes to this signal, past that switch, and it goes to this switch, which you could go this way, and it leads right into Netford Junction, and there's Andy and Clarabelle. Or you could go straight past that signal, and there's Trevor right there. No, it says, let me just turn off the light here. Okay, so again, there's Trevor, and you could go this way, and you could go this way, and you could go all the way in here, and here is like Gordon Hill, and the docks, and just go down here. You could go past that switch right there, and you could go up Gordon's Hill right here, I just made a Trapmaster 2 track, and it just goes that way towards like the backside of this cabinet. Or you could just go straight and do not go up Gordon's Hill and go past this switch and go, or you could pass this switch and go into Henry's Forest. Sorry if Henry's Forest isn't really that big. I just used whatever trees I had, and this switch, if you go this way, allows you to stop at siding into the forest. So that way, you know, if any engines want to stop and look at the forest. Or you could just go straight and go past this switch, and this is just exciting. There is no track over there. It goes behind the track, goes behind that cabinet, and it pops up over here, and it goes underneath this chair, and it goes to that switch, freeway switch, and it goes behind the cabinet, and it ends up right here at Brendam Docks. Now, Brendam Docks is definitely bigger than it was last time. I got this new rail yard or something, and some new switches, and these blue adapter tracks, but everything's still the same. There's Salty and Porter, and there's Cranky right there, and the station right there. So that way, I just put this switch here, so that way the docks is bigger, and there's more room to put freight cars and stuff, or engines want to sweep. Anyway, if you go this way, it will be back there. It will go straight down to this middle track right here. The second track, if you go right there, the second track, it will go this way to this welding track right where Cranky is. And if you go, just go straight, it will go this way, all the way to this station here. It's a little complicated, but it's just I tried to explain it. See those cross switches over there? That is how I was able to make the tracks work like that. So all the tracks end up right back here at this brown switch, and the tracks just go this way, and they end up all the way. Oh, by the way, that track goes all the way down here. It goes this very, very long track, and ends up it stops right here at these buffers. This could be the magic buffers or something. And so going back down here, now no one uses that track. They could just go left and head right back here at Nafford Station. And I think I covered pretty much everything. Just let me know if I missed anything. But in the meantime, I have something else to do in this video. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, not only I did a layout update, here is a unboxing video. And in this case, I got the Trophy Thomas today. And as you can see, I already have Scotsman and the Shooting Star Gordon. So now I have Trophy Thomas. So I have them all. But I still need to get, like, Shooting Star, the Streamlined Thomas and Racing Percy that is included in that grade race set or whatever. So just give me a second to open this box, and we could take a look at Trophy Thomas. Now, Thomas looked this way in one scene in the grade race that that he looked like this, and you know, all whiny or something. And there's one thing I noticed about.
Mind if I do a bit of a reference here? Apparently, that is a David Bowie reference in The Great Race, which is something that a lot of reviewers of that movie noted.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty interesting. So the Trophy Thomas here, as you can see, the Trophy Thomas looks pretty cool actually, with the lightning on the side, and I really like his face. It's definitely better than my normal Thomas, as you can see there. Maybe I could use this Thomas for a Great Race remake or something. And let's see. I really like the trophy car that comes with this. What's funny is that I found out from Traininspector11's that these two freight cars, this one came with Shooting Star Gordon, this one came with Trophy Thomas. I believe I found out from Traininspector11's that these freight cars, yeah, as you can see, they're hold on. It's just yeah, they're compatible. Yeah, they're
wow,
compatible.
That is very, very neat, Inspector.
Yes, it is. And obviously these three freight cars right here need a lot of detail, especially this brown car. But let's move on to this red car here. As you can see, without the cargo, it's just an ordinary red car there, but the cargo is, or the cover is the most interesting. As you can see, there's like the Sodor's colors and the checkered flags all around on both sides. And at the top, there's a Sodor Steamworks crate, and I believe that's the I believe what's inside the crate is like Gordon's safety valve. Because as you know, in the Great Race, Thomas was trying to get Gordon his safety valve, but fortunately, he never succeeded. But besides that,
quite a tragedy, and Gordon almost blew up because of that. So, I guess that just goes to show how important Thomas is, even though sometimes he can be a little over the top. He is necessary sometimes.
Yep, Thomas is the most important engine on the entire island. Well, one of the most important anyway. Yes, yep. So I probably need to get this trophy Thomas a bit of a detail. I'm probably just gonna use the body here. I'm probably gonna use the motor for something else, since I already have a Thomas over there. And it would be funny to see, Thomas running around with the trophy on the side of him. It'd be funny. And let's see, how are we doing so far? Oh, we're only almost 12 minutes into this, and I guess there's not really that much to talk about. But hey, I know something we could talk about. Let's talk about. It says moving my camera for. It says moving my camera. Okay, I know we could talk about Rosie here. As you can see, I painted my Trapmaster Rosie all red, and now Rosie is gonna look like this and the upcoming season 21 of Thomas and Friends. And by the way, I'm pretty sure you guys didn't know this, but I'm sure most of you do, but probably like a week ago or something, on June 15th, it was the birthday of Reverend W. Ardrey, the creator of Thomas and Friends. He would have been 108. No. Yeah, 108.
106. 106. Years of age.
Thank you. He would have been 106 to that day. It says it would have been interesting, but fortunately, he died in 97. And I believe, yep. What was he, like 80 or something?
I do not know.
Well, I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure he was in his 80s or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where was I?
Maybe early 90s.
Yeah, probably so. So where was I? Oh yeah, on Rosie. As you can see, I painted my Rosie all red, put NWR on the side, and the number 15. I put a big golden lamp on the top of Rosie. Now, I can't wait for season 21 of Thomas and Friends to go, but especially since I can't wait for the all-new Journey Beyond Sodor movie coming out. And I believe I saw the date. It was August 23rd, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that. And it's just, I can't wait for this new movie to come out. There's all kinds of new characters like Hurricane, Merlin, Lexi, Theo, and Frankie. Yes. And what's most interesting about these characters for a number of reasons. One, I don't know what happened with TWR fan. I think the phone cut off or something. So now, where were we? Oh, yes. So Hurricane is like a resemblance to Murdoch because he has 10 driving wheels. And I believe what happened?
Bad network.
Oh.
Dropped off. Sorry.
It's alright. Oh, hey, what happened? Oh, I think the Wi thing that messed up there, or something like that. But it's okay. I can always edit up this thing once we're done here. And so where was I? Oh yes. So Hurricane, he resembles Murdoch because he has 10 driving wheels, and I believe that his model was an experimental engine. I mean, basically all the characters in this upcoming movie are experimental engines. Well, some of them are anyway. And I believe, and what's funny about Hurricane is that he said that his basis was the word, oh yeah, he was the largest tank engine ever made. And moving on to Merlin is pretty interesting, and because he's also experimental. It's because he has free smokestacks on the top of him, allowing in order to enable to have more steam. So that it was the time of World War II, I think, that allowed him to be invisible. And TWR fan, remind me.
There actually was a true engine that was Merlin's number 783. They were built to avoid German bombers during wartime.
Yes, exactly.
Which is why he refers to himself as invisible.
And what's most interesting about Merlin is that it is his voice actor. His voice actor is probably most interesting. And remind me again of what is his voice actor's name again?
Hugh Bonneville.
Yep.
Most well known for his time in Downton Abbey.
Yep.
Even though I cannot remember his character name.
Yep, that's it. So he's gonna be voicing Merlin in the upcoming trailer Beyond Sodor. And let's see. Oh yeah, let's move on to Lexi. And I believe Lexi is a Cat Ford engine, and she was the very first Cat Ford engine. And there's something interesting about Lexi I just can't get my mind around. There's one part during.
She is gender fluid according to Mattel, but according to most people on Twitter, they're saying that she is going through an identity crisis, trying to find herself, which is why she's doing all those different accents.
Yes, exactly, because there is one moment in the trailer that she is speaking like an American accent or something, and then there is another spot that she's talking in a British accent. It says it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Yes, and like I said before, Lexi is also an experimental engine. So now moving on to Theo. I think Theo is probably the most bizarre character in this entire movie here, because what's strange about Theo is that he resembles Fergus, which is strange.
Yep.
And it says he almost looks exactly like Fergus. I mean, sure, he is the same. He is the same model as Fergus. He is a traction engine, but what's crazy is that I found out that even though Theo is a traction engine, for the longest time we didn't know like his exact basis, but we found out he is a traction engine just like Fergus, but he has like the gears and stuff from the earliest engine ever made. I can't remember which one. It says, I really don't remember which one. It says I'll probably remember it soon. And now moving on to Frankie. And Frankie is the assistant of Hurricane at this.
One more thing about Theo. According to Mattel, both he and Merlin are autistic, which sort of explains their weird behavior.
Yes, and what's most interesting. And now, before we move on to Frankie, one more thing about Theo is that what's interesting about him is that because he has all those gears on him, he does joints around when he moves. And now it's strange because Fergus never did that because he's a traction engine, or you don't see Trevor doing that because he's it's funny that how many traction engines there are on the entire island. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think George is a steamroller traction engine.
He does have that flywheel, but I don't think he's a traction engine. Like, I think the flywheel's just for show, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is a traction engine too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is, according to the Thomas the Tank Engine wiki. No, enough talking about traction engines. Let's move on to Frankie. Now, Frankie is a diesel engine that works with Hurricane at the mainland steelworks. Now, there's a thing going on with Frankie and Hurricane. I noticed during the trailer that I think they're the real villains in this film. Or do you think there really isn't a Or do you think they're not really? I mean, sure, they could be bad guys, but it's just I'm not really sure if, if they're really the main villains at the movie.
Well, you never know. Diesel 10 might show up or something, and he might be in his Magic Railroad persona, where he'd just as soon rip your face off as trying to be kind. So, never know.
Yeah.
Heck, even Boomer might appear.
Yeah, but it's very unlikely because we've been waiting for. I mean, it's been like 16 years. Wait, yeah, it's been 17 years since the very first movie of Thomas and Friends, Thomas and Magic Railroad, and Boomer was only.
And unfortunately, during that time, Doug Lennox, who played P.T. Boomer, passed away. So
yes,
unless they pull up old stock footage or something, or it's a new actor, which is highly unlikely at this point.
Yes, because basically there's just
because it's are very low.
Yes, because basically they're just gonna redo everything in CGI if they have to.
Yeah.
But probably the most important character that everyone, repeat that, everyone is waiting for someone to turn to CGI, and that is Wadey.
Yep. And if you guys don't know me from this series where I play Edward, you probably do from my Lady in CGI speculation video.
Yes.
Which a photo, interestingly enough, was on Google Plus from this guy right here.
Yep. It's because not too long ago I found this guy on what's the name of that website? It starts with a D. Deviant Art or something? Like Deviant Art, yes. You see, I found a picture of Wadey, and I believe the guy was called Mischief something. But he or something.
Mischief. Like miscellaneous mischief.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that, yeah. But he actually made Wadey on Bender, and along with some other engines as well. But it was very interesting to see Wadey. He actually made Wadey in CGI. What she could look like in CGI. And I actually I posted the picture on, I think it was like Twitter, and I think I posted it on Google. And what's funny is that is actually how me and TWR fan met. And we've been talking. He made the video about, what was it, like a month ago or something?
I think it was like 3 months ago, actually.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a month ago. A month or two ago.
It was in May, like, very early May.
Something like that. But it's just, that is how me and TWR met. It's just we've been talking to each other ever since.
Yep. On Google Hangouts and occasionally on Google Plus.
Yes, and we've been sending secret videos to each other, and well, you could simply say we're BFF something. Yeah, so you could say we're BFFs.
Yep.
Even though we live far away, because I live in like in the eastern United States, and he lives like in the mid United States. Even though we're super far away, that we are still in contact.
Yep, it's funny how Thomas can connect you.
Yep, it's just all you have to rely is one small 6-wheel tank engine to bring the people in the world together. And speaking of Thomas. Probably the most shocking scene in the trailer Beyond Sodor is when Thomas falls into the smelting pit. That was probably the most shocking thing to me.
Even though it is highly unlikely you'll get any danger from it, it is still quite frightening to think that Mattel might actually kill off the title character.
It says, it's very unlikely that Thomas will actually fall into a smelting pit. I think what's going to happen is that one of the workmen will probably throw something in front of, on the bottom of Thomas, so that way Thomas won't fall into the smelting pit. And whoever that's holding Thomas up will hold on just in time for the magnet to pick him up again and put it back on the rails, or something like that. But there's still one thing that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would why would Hurricane and Frankie allow Thomas to work in the steelworks anyway? Just it doesn't make any sense.
From what I've heard, it's sort of like a forced labor thing. So essentially, they make him their slave or something.
Yeah, probably so, or something like that. And yeah,
I think that's why James goes to the mainland to rescue Thomas.
And there's still yes, but there's also another thing that a lot of people. But there's a lot of things. But there's one thing that everybody keeps talking about the journey beyond Sildor is that the engines they bounce around. Have you seen that part when Merlin actually moves around while he's sane? It's very weird. It's because the Thomas engines are moving around just like the engines in Chuggington. Thomas does. It says the experimental engines do it, and you see Thomas doing it a little bit. But once it's certain, I don't see any of the other engines doing it. Like James, for instance, you don't see James joining around. It says it's very strange. And what's funny about Chuggington is that a lot of people say that Lexi actually looks just like Piper from Chuggington. It's just very strange.
Yeah. And believe me, since we are both a part of the TCC Google Plus page, holy moly, it blew up when that trailer came out. Literally, it almost exploded.
Yeah, and what's most crazy is that I think I found out that only members of the Thomas Creator Collective get the first look of the trailer before it's revealed out to the public.
Yeah, and even though the community sort of takes it off of YouTube and shows it, but same difference.
Yes, and what's most crazy is that I'm pretty sure you guys had seen Thomas Winrell's latest stream with Sidekick Jason and Enterprising Engine 93. I mean, Thomas Winrell actually revealed his face. After 9 years, he actually revealed his face. It was probably it was like heaven for all of us.
Yeah, it was something that no one expected at all.
Well, obviously he was going to reveal his face after all the clues and stuff we've been getting over before the stream.
The stream was called Face Reveal, but... Man.
Yes, and I think, even though, what's the word looking for? Oh, yes. Even though I do a lot of videos on YouTube a lot, sometimes I like to ask other YouTubers to help me out on my videos. And that's how, for Way of Returns, I asked Wiz Productions 5784 to help me voice Percy and Emily. And I asked TWR Fan to voice Edward and Wade's Day Off. But since I always like to ask other YouTubers to help me out, or if YouTubers or I ask YouTubers if they need, a voice actor or something. I think I did once for Jibway54 when he needed someone to voice Porter or something, or the Flying Scotsman, and I think, he never replied when I said if I could voice Scotsman in his series, so I don't think I'll be able to, I don't think I'll voice Traininspector11's any of Traininspector11's characters. I mean, I could one day, but I just had to wait.
Just keep the optimism. That's what I always do.
Yes.
Keep optimism.
Yeah, it's just, we're not really doing that much. I'm just sitting the camera right in front of Tip Machete's here, and we're just talking about all kinds of stuff here. If we don't have anything else to say, I guess we could. Oh, wait. There is one more thing. Hold on, just give me a second here. You see, I never actually got a chance to do the grand opening of Sildor. Since I have the layout complete, I have to at least do a grand opening. Like one of the engines cuts the ribbon or something like that. I have to at least do that. It'll be interesting to see. It says, I'm almost done. This will be just a second. Okay, almost there. Okay, so I'll put the banner like, oh geez, where am I gonna put this banner? I guess right, yeah, I gotta put it right here. So let me just get Scotsman real quick, because he is actually gonna be the first engine to roam to ride around the first engine to ride around the island, and after a lot of disagreeing, Gordon just wanted to do this, so I'm gonna get Gordon to here too, and Gordon wanted to do this. Oh, the indignity! Oh, glad I'll be able to do this, Traininspector11. I'm sure you're happy, Gordon. Alrighty, so let me just move the camera over here to where Gordon and Scotsman are, and Scotsman is actually gonna cut the ribbon. And so, hold on, sis, trying to make my camera steady. Okay, there we go. So Scotsman's gonna pull forward and cut the ribbon. So Scotsman, would you do the honors? Absolutely. I now declare the Northwestern Railway reopened. Woohoo! Oh dear. Okay, there we go. And there goes Scotsman, and after Scotsman gets a good distance or whatever, Gordon will fall behind him. Oh hey, this guy called Thomas and Mario and Fun Stuff said hello to me. That's very kind of him. Thank you for posting me that. And there goes Gordon. Oh dear. Okay, and there goes Gordon, and now he might catch up to Scotsman. Now I'm actually gonna switch the tracks so that way Gordon won't bump into. Never mind. Okay, so Gordon seems to be going a lot faster than Scotsman is. I probably have to switch the points if they get to like to Gordon's hill, so that way Gordon won't bump into the back hill. Oh dear. Okay, Scotsman's back on the rails. So just hold Gordon for a moment until Scotsman could get well ahead. Hold on, just wait until he disappears around the corner. Then I release Gordon. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now let me just follow them in there. Okay. Alright, here we go. And there goes Scotsman through Henry's Forest. And here comes Gordon. And as you can see, there's Gordon. And Scotsman is just slowly going along behind the corner there. Let's just hold Gordon for a moment until Scotsman they come around this corner here. Wait. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch the track so that way, Scotsman could just go on a different track, while Gordon could just go on the main track. Scotsman derailed right here. Okay, here comes Gordon, and he could just go on that track right there. And there's Scotsman over there, and he's just, probably need to fix that, or something. Okay, and so just hold Scotsman for a moment while Gordon could just pass right through. So that way now Gordon's in the lead. Alright, so there goes Gordon. So now let's head back to the room, so that way we can see the both of them heading right into Knapford Station. Alrighty, so Gordon and the Flying Scotsman are coming back, and Gordon just entered Knapford Junction, and here he comes. He's coming, and that Mario, Thomas and Mario and Fun Stuff texted me again, saying, how you doing, man? And I'm actually doing pretty good, actually. And yeah, I'm doing good. And I'm doing real good, actually. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's pretty okay. So I think we're done with the journey around the island there with Scotsman and Gordon. Just trying to put Scotsman back. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I think that's pretty much everything. So I hope you enjoy this live stream with me as your host and TWR fan as your second host. So if you guys have any more, so TWR fan, do you think we should do one more thing before we go, man?
Well, we could talk about our
like, I mean, like, we could do, like, the last, like, to do, like, a grand finale. And just real quick to answer the Thomas and Mario and fun stuff, he asked me if how I made my Flying Scotsman. Well, that Flying Scotsman is actually the real Trapmaster Flying Scotsman. Let me bring him over here real quick. Okay, so Thomas and Mario and fun stuff. This is the actual Trapmaster Flying Scotsman, but I just used green paper and I just used my markers and paper to cover up the steams on the side of the Flying Scotsman, and I modified his wheels and the tenders so that way it doesn't look like so that way the steam on the sides of the Flying Scotsman are no longer there. But what's funny is I actually had a custom Flying Scotsman. Oh, add the detail to him. Well, that's what I mean, is that I just used paper and markers to cover up the steam on the side of the Flying Scotsman there. So that way, I still think that steam on the sides it was a pretty dumb design. I don't know whose idea was that. And what's funny is I actually had a custom Flying Scotsman, but I turned it into pretty poly. And yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, since I tried to do stuff. And this was my custom Flying Scotsman, but I decided to turn it into a pretty poly here. As you can see, this was my original Flying Scotsman. As you can see, this was like the original paper or something like that. And now I had like an old Gordon's face on the front there, but I just cut it off, and I just replaced it with Belle's face, so that way it looks like pretty poly. Now, if you guys want me to like change Polly's color, so that way she looks more color-ish, you could definitely do that. And now I believe there was another. Oh, yes, there's another engine that I want your request on, and that is the Duchess of Hamilton here. As you can see, I made this engine out of Henry. I put British Railways on the side there, and no, Mr. Thomas and Mario and fun stuff. I do not have any take-on and take-and-play. I used to in the past, but it says I don't anymore. But it says I'm thinking about getting some more, just enough to make like the Arsteel Railway, like some freight cars and Mike, Rex, and Burr, and those new Thomas and Friends Adventures track or something to make like a small Arsteel Railway or something. So where was I? Oh yeah, at Pretty Polly. As you can see, I put British Railways on.
Hamilton.
Yes, the Duchess of Hamilton, thank you. So I put British Railways on the side, on the tender there, and I put the nameplate on the side, and I put smoke deflectors, and, well, unfortunately, I don't have any of those, any of the take-and-play or take-on engines now. It says I used to in the past, but it says, what's funny is that giveaway I did not too long ago, I gave away like some Earl engines and 2 take-and-play engines to my good friend TWR fan, and is it true that you've never actually touched a Earl engine before?
No, that is totally and completely true. I'd only seen them in videos until then.
Yeah, so I bet that was a cool experience for him. And so where was I? Oh yeah, so the Duchess of Hamilton here. I think I said I put smoke deflectors and I put my Trapmaster 2 Emily's face on them. And oh yes, I do have some minis actually. Hold on, come right up here. These are all my Thomas and Friends minis. It says I collect a lot of them actually. I haven't collected any in a while, and if you're wondering, this piece of paper is just a map of the island of Sodor that I printed off online. And it's the Thomas and, the complete map of Sodor, where it shows like all the destinations on there. Like, for the longest time, we didn't know like where Great Warrington was, and I think that's Great Warrington right there. And it says, so you can see a better picture of this map on Thomas Railways in the Season 12, the video, or something like that, or something like that.
Alright, let me think. It was
And
layout update number 14, I think.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that. And it's just a close-up of all my Thomas and Friends minis over there. Alright, so let's head back down here. And now, as I was saying about Duchess, cutting off the face of these Trapmaster 2 engines are really, really hard. I mean, come on. They're super hard to get off. It was able... Yeah, Mr. Thomas and Mario and fun stuff. You could, maybe you could download the picture of that map of Sodor on the, on Thomas Wind Railway's, he has a link to it. Or I have a link of that map on, I think I did on Lady Returns, is because I had the location of the magic buffers in that episode completely wrong. I now found out that the magic buffers are actually, I think it was like southeast of Wolf's Castle, and
approximately 5 miles, southeast of Calaboo.
Yes, exactly. So 5 miles up the coast, 5 miles from Calaboo, and before, in my episodes, I actually had the magic buffers outside Henry's Forest, which was completely wrong. Since I didn't know at the time, since now I realized I had the location wrong, so I put the link to that map on my video, so that way you guys could check it out and see the actual location. So, but now I know that for future episodes. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, now, even now the Duchess of Hamilton is this engine's actual name. Her real name, I'm gonna give her, is actually Evelyn. Yeah, I think I seen the Thomas and the Magic Railroad Company, yeah, it's right here on the bottom of Lady. I'm not sure you can see it, but I have it on the bottom of my Tomy Lady, the Thomas and the Magic Railroad Company. I'm not sure what's up with that, and the Magic Railroad Company on the bottom of the Tomy engines, especially on the bottom of Lady here. It says the Magic Railroad Company Limited 2000. I don't know what's up with that. No, but you guys could probably figure it out for me or something. So what am I saying? Oh yes. So the Duchess of Hamilton's real name is I give in this engine's name is Evelyn. So that's gonna be the Duchess of Hamilton's real name. Now this might be a little weird or something, but I pretend that Scotsman and Evelyn are actually dating. It's funny. Calvin and Hobby's books.
Might be a little weird to see a pair of A3s dating, but who knows?
It's just, but it's just, you know that the Duchess of Hamilton is probably one of the most prettiest engines in England or something. It says I can see Scotsman and Evelyn do that. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So as I was saying before, Evelyn wasn't the only face that I cut off. This wasn't my first attempt. Well, actually, I think it was my first attempt. I did the same thing for Polly there, but I also did the same thing for Liz here. I made a model of Liz, and now this is supposed to be a gift to Liz Productions 574, but unfortunately, she never responded to me about it. And
that is sort of understandable, since she is probably working very closely with CaneFan701 on his Ghost Train 2. In case you didn't know, she is voicing the innocent Demon 311.
Yeah, yeah, I think I saw that video before, and it's just interesting that she voices that. And sorry, Mr. Thomas and Mario and fun stuff. I used to play Mario in the past, but unfortunately I don't now. But since I played like what was it? What was the name of that video game? I play sometimes. Yes, the Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, I think I do. I played that sometimes. But it's just that game is pretty cool. Now, what was I saying? Oh yes, and about Liz here. I went out and bought a second Trapmaster 2 Percy. I modified the wheels and just put blue paper all over it because I didn't have any blue paint at the time. I just gave it a lot of detail, and I put Liz's nameplate on the side there, and I printed up a CGI picture of Liz, and I just put it on the front of there, and, well, you could say, yes, and, yes, I just said that I made this model of a Percy. But just not to worry, I still have my regular Percy there. I just went out and bought a second Percy, and I just turned it into Wiz. And now, in case you're wondering, where did I get the CGI face? Well, I guess someone made... what's the word? Oh yeah, I actually got this face offline, and I just printed it up a long time ago. And I guess someone made like a CGI picture of Wiz's face. And if you do, and now, what's the word? Oh yeah, if you guys want to check out her channel, I do recommend it. And you could check out all the videos she's been in, or she voiced it, or she helped, or she voiced, and my video is actually a part of it. And she's also a part of Todd's Creator Collective, but lately I haven't been, but unfortunately I haven't heard her voice in the latest, TCC videos. And speaking of Tom's Creator Collective, the newest one I just posted today, the return of Diesel, is probably the most shocking thing of all of the episodes so far, because it shows like the return of Diesel and his gigantic Diesel army. Well, I have my Thomas Wayne Railway stuff, and I have my Trapmaster trains here, and since I have a gigantic Thomas Wayne Railway collection, but it's not as big as Thomas Wayne Railways, because that would be ridiculous. I just have...
He's pretty much the god of TWR, which is why his name is that.
And yes, I know it's Wiz Productions 574. Yes, Mr. Thomas...
I was just saying that to Thomas Mario Owen stuff fan.
Yes.
And so anyone who would be possibly joining the stream.
Hey, okay, so I'm just gonna grab my stuff real quick, and I'm actually gonna show, like, all of my Thomas Wayne Railway stuff, so just, hold on just a second. I'm gonna carry my phone and bring TWR fan out of the way. It's just, alright, so just come right in here onto the computer, because I have all my containers and stuff over here, and, okay, so, alright, okay, hold on. Okay, so just give me a second, and I'm gonna show, like, all of my Thomas Wayne Railway stuff, and like, in one shot, or whatever. Alright, just give me a second here. I have a lot of Thomas Wayne Railway stuff here, believe it or not. Alright, so I'm not gonna... Alright, okay, so just let me open up my containers here, so that way you'll get to see everything. Okay, so just grab the camera here. So here are all of my Thomas Wayne Railway engines. As you can see, I have all the other engines like scattered about, and this container has like all my favorite engines, so that way they're separate from the rest of them. As you can see, I have like Thomas and all the other engines in there, so that way they're separate from these guys, so that way they don't get lost in there. And those are all my tracks, believe it or not. And it's hard to believe, actually. And here are all my destinations, cranes, and all kinds of stuff. In case you're wondering, this is like the brown turntable from the 90s, I guess. And since I have a lot of Thomas Wayne Railway stuff here, it says probably my Thomas Wayne Railway stuff is probably the most I have on, and the most on, and let's see. Oh yeah, let's go onto YouTube, so that way we could probably look at something on there. It says, get out of the way, bug. Okay, so just give me a second to log in here. It says, signing in onto YouTube real quick. It says, give me a second. It says, what's hard to believe is that this is my first time on the computer, actually, and all day, well, at least on my Nana's computer, anyway, so hold on. And okay, so alright, so let's just go into my channel real quick, so that way y'all get to see my channel in one shot here. As you can see, here are all my videos here. As you can see, there's my Lady in CGI video right there, and I could show you TWR fans. He has two channels actually, and this is his Lego channel, and let me show you his TWR channel so that way you get to see. Yeah, so here is his TWR channel, and as you can see, he has a bunch of subscriptions, and here and there is his Lady in CGI video, in case you're wondering. And right now I'm actually a part of something special with TWR fan, and in this case is, well, actually I'll let you say it. The TWR.
Alright, well, him, Nathaniel Bingham, who is in my subscriptions list, is, we are currently working on something we like to call Legends of the LBSC E2s.
Yes.
It is a quite interesting little series, and if Inspector wants to,
yes, Mr. Thomas and Mario Fun Stuff. Yes, Mr. Thomas and Mario and Fun Stuff. And the GWR Oliver actually, wait, did GWR Oliver subscribe to your channel?
No, but I'm subbed to him.
Yeah. So here is the page for Legends of the LBSC E2s. It's a little mini-series that we're currently working on, and, well, hold on. Here is like the list of all the characters we're actually going to be voicing. And this guy called Nathan Birmingham, he's going to be, those are the characters he's going to voice. He's going to be voicing Thomas, you know, his Sodor, current self, and there's mine. I'm going to be voicing Percy, Gordon, Doug, some engine crews, Spruce, 10 Cents, and Ken, the old controller, and Thomas when he's in the LB, basically on his old railway. And then Wiz is going to be voicing Lady, and it's just, you're not sure if Wiz is going to be voicing in your series.
I mean, what I meant on that is I'm not sure if she's going to be able to voice, since we haven't been able to be in contact with her.
No, probably not. And of course, TWR fan voices Timothy, which is going to be called Grams, and the LBSC controller and Cody. And there's something on here that Alfred is going to be a part of this. And,
yep. In case you don't know, he is a B12 engine from the
you see, there's this
NWR Origins.
Yes, and the LD and the LW. I can't even talk right now. The NWR Origins is actually a 9-part series, which is made by Thomas 1, Edward 2, Edward 3, and so far he's got, and he has Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, and then a confrontation between Gordon and Alfred, and then James, Donald, and
the freakiest episode of them all. Like, just saying, Alfred just goes completely nuts. Like, you do not want to mess with him when he goes insane.
Yes.
Actually,
yeah, he actually...
aspect won't be in LBSC, but you'll see hints of it, like him slowly being a little more violent.
Yeah, he says, Alfred says crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, definitely insane. You do not want to mess with him. No. He will infect your nightmares.
Yes.
As Gordon found out.
Yes. And I'm actually and now this what I'm showing right here is actually the episodes for my upcoming for my series Thomas the Tank Engine Friends with Rebel Adventures. And I'll tell you the one so far. Episode 1 is Wade Returns. This little star means that it's been uploaded. And then the second one is Toad's Grand Adventure. Next one is Percy and the New Engine. Emily and Derek, Lady and the Bluebell Railway, and Thomas and Stephen, Duke at the Blue Mountain Quarry, Bill, Ben, and Wadey, Percy's Playtime, Percy Takes Charge, James and Mavis, Wadey's Day at Ulsted Castle, Edward and Scully, Gordon's Bad Day, and Percy and the Mail Train. Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, those are... Each season's gonna have like 15 episodes in them, and I actually make like little shorts between them. There's gonna be like 5 shorts in every season. And so far, I made the first one, which is Wadey's Day Off, and I think the other ones were, oh jeez, I don't remember all of them. I probably, like, remember them once we get done with this or something. And here is Thomas Winrelli's channel. I still think it's crazy that he was able to, do a face reveal. It's just insane. And it's probably the most shocking thing ever we've seen in many years. And what's crazy is that when he uploaded his next episode of his series, and which is the same name as mine, and in the next one, episode 198, Quarry Quest, we see Bill and Ben, but Bill, in the beginning, Ben is actually in his blue paint. But what's crazy is that towards the end of the episode, we see Ben in his yellow color again. It's just crazy that Thomas Winrelli actually made a custom model for, CGI Ben. I think what he did is that he
I don't think that's a custom model, like, I don't know if
it's just,
that...
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, it is. And when it says back it up a bit, so that way we get a full length of it. Hold on. There we go. So I think that's Ben's face on a Bill model, and I guess he just printed up Ben's main nameplate there and just put it on the side, so that way it looks like CGI Ben. And let me pull up a picture. Let me show a part where it shows Bill and Ben together. Yeah, see there, that's Bill right there, and that's Ben over there. So yeah, so I think this is what these two are like custom models. And so I can't wait to see the troubles these two will have and the more episodes to come of Thomas Winrelli's series.
Interesting how he had Timothy in a way, but not the 0 or grams that we know, but the oil burner.
Yes, the oil burning Timothy, which was revealed in that episode. Well, it was introduced in the episode. He also introduced Marion into the series, and it was just interesting to see him voice Marion. And I guess there's nothing else to talk about. So I guess we could call it a night then.
I don't know. Well,
unless you could think of anything else to talk about, but since I'm pretty sure we're already done here.
Yeah, I've got absolutely nothing right now.
Yeah, so YouTubers, I hope you enjoyed all the fun in this live stream with me and TWRFan2623. And not to worry, I will upload more videos in the future. So bye-bye, YouTubers. Say goodbye.
Goodbye. This is TWRFan2623 signing out, and I'll see you either as Edward or on my own series.
Yes.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. Alright, and this is bye-bye from me, and see you again, YouTubers. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button if you like this video or any of my other videos. See you again next time.